Do words like investment banking, private equity, and venture capital get you excited? Well, then you're going to love this video because we're going to be talking about studies and career opportunities in finance, especially for international students. We've got a student who's going to tell their story of studying finance in the heart of the finance capital here in America to share the pros and cons, highlights and challenges, and opportunities for finance here in America. Check it out. Hey friends, welcome to China Coaching. I'm Rob, and I love helping guide people in their cross-cultural journeys and especially sharing amazing stories like this. I've traveled and worked all over the world and love guiding people here in America. And this is a very fun, unique topic I get a lot of questions about, as well as finance, masters in finance, jobs in finance. And this is a huge industry and opportunity here in America. We have a great guest for you guys. So Nikhil, go ahead and introduce yourself, buddy.
So hi everyone, my name is Nikhil. I did my chartered accountancy from India. I also did my Masters of Commerce. I was an intern with EY, and then I had some finance experience as well with the manufacturing concern at my hometown. I live in Indore. I'm from Indore. Right now I'm in New York City. I'm a MS Finance student with Baruch College, City University of New York, and my finance degree is STEM. That's about me.
Fantastic. And I really appreciate you reaching out and wanting to share this important information. Well, let's jump right in. Nikhil, how is a master's degree in finance different than other master's degree that lots of students come for here in the States?
So most of the students that I have seen, like international students, they are generally in business analytics or information systems. Mm-hmm. Although there are a lot of job opportunities in the analytics sector, but there are also job opportunities with financial analytics, financial engineering, including investment banking, private equity. So MS Finance differs from other finance because of the curriculum. So at our college, we have finance-related subjects like futures, forwards, and mergers and acquisitions, economics, etc. And in my college, we have a trading floor. It's called as the Wasserman trading floor. What it does, it simulates all global stock exchanges around the world. So you can
That's really cool.
Yeah. So you can get like the basic idea of how various stock exchanges work. You can access the Bloomberg terminal, which is pretty expensive. I think so it's like $60,000 for 3 years. You got to lease it. Yeah, and with Baruch, you can just access the Bloomberg terminal because it has all the financial data. So that's about MS Finance. It's generally like all about the stock exchange, investment banking, and then we have various electives. When you're studying MS Finance, you don't have a lot of mandatory courses. You have more elective courses. So if you want to get into the risk side, you can take more risk-related electives. If you want to get into the investment banking side, you can take them. Mm-hmm. If you want to get into VC, you can take the VC elective. So that's about it.
I love it. So what does the future look like in finance for international students, especially here in America?
Oh, I feel like this is one of the times where finance and stock exchange in like around the world are booming right now. Like because of COVID, there was a dip in the month of March last year, but it's picking up. And in New York and in the US especially, there are more companies. They're coming up with their various products like EDFs, like exchange traded funds, and more people are investing. More people are getting into the habit of investing in the stock market. Like companies like Robinhood are doing great. So I personally feel investment banking and hedge funds, they do have a good future, as well as ETFs, because people want diversification. So ETF has been a hot topic, as well as another concept in finance, which has recently come up and it's booming. It's called SPAC, which is a special purpose acquisition company. What it does, it merges with a company that wants to get listed, but that cannot get listed because of the SEC requirements. So SPAC is booming right now. So I personally feel traditional finance has a lot of future, as well as modern finance like quantitative hedge funds. They have a great future, and especially financial analytics. It has a great future as well, because right now the companies want students who can do a little bit of programming as well. They can work they can work using Python, they can work using R, and these are the parts that are in our curriculum as well. I have started Python and R from my first semester because it's a mandatory requirement that you need to go through, just to get into the analytics sector as well.
Well, that's exciting. Sounds like lots of opportunities, a lot of just future scope, which is really cool. But not everything is easy, not everything is fun. What would you say are probably some of the biggest challenges that finance students face?
The course can be a little demanding sometimes because you have a lot of assignments, and you can be busy the whole weekend doing your assignments. If you don't have a lot of basic cleared out, like you don't have like a good foundation of finance, then it would be a little more challenging. Not that it's going to be so complex like machine learning or AI, but it is going to be a little challenging. So I think so overall, it's just sometimes the assignments are a lot that you need to do them in a short amount of time, and that's it. And of course, so one of the challenges that I feel is getting an internship opportunity. So getting an internship opportunity, being an international student, it's a little bit difficult because if you are in private equity, or if you want to get into private equity, or if you want to get into VC, it becomes a little difficult being an international student because you need to make conversations, you need to have a good network. So I think so to overcome that, you should just start building your network from day one.
Well, let's dive into that.
LinkedIn.
If you guys have seen any Chai and coaching videos before, you'll know that networking is the best way to get a job, and the most important way to get a job, and something that international students really struggle with. So Nikhil, talk more about networking, why it's important, and even, in finance, how can people network and utilize that for their job search?
Oh, in finance, it's very important. Like, even if you don't have a network, I don't know about in business analytics or something, you can get a job. I don't know about this. But in finance, you need to have a good network. And sending cold messages to people on LinkedIn never works. Like, it doesn't work 95% of the time. So don't do that. But my college offers a lot of meetups with alumni, and I am a board member with a club in my college. It's an international club known as the Graduate Beta Alpha C. It's an honor society for people in finance and data analytics and accounting. So I am a board member with the alumni relations committee. So take as much advantage as you can from your college and from your club. I think so. The thing is that if you go ahead and speak with people, like start having a small conversation on LinkedIn, thanks for connecting, how you doing? So that works. And just don't go right away asking that, do you have any internship? Because it will never work. That's a bad idea to do that. So and taking advantage of the college alumni network is really important. The college offers a lot of meetups. They offer a lot of mentorship programs. So do take advantage of them as well.
I agree. Yeah. Connecting with alumni, attending meetups, which you can still do virtually these days, if not in person. And then clubs, organizations, those are great leadership and networking opportunities.
And I would like to add one more thing. I have had a hedge fund class recently. It was a 7-week elective, so I completed it. The professor was a person from the industry. He had a $200 million hedge fund. He used to work at Peabody before. And, going to the office hours of professor, it helps you get a lot of insights about what's going around Wall Street and what's changing and what all things you need to do to improve your skills and get an internship and a prospective job in the future.
So true. If you guys are getting a lot of value out of this video, hit that like button to say thanks and give a cheers to say thanks to Nikhil for sharing this awesome stuff. And our Chai question for this video is, which finance company would you like to work in? Which finance company are you dreaming to get a job here in America? Go ahead and tell us in the comments below. Nikhil, do you have a dream company that you want to work with in finance here in the States?
I think so. It's ARK Investment. It's ran by Kathy Woods right now.
And is that there in New York City?
Yeah, it is. It's a hedge fund, and they offer products like ETF, and ARK's ETF is going booming around. It has like a 700% return right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, with the right experience and good networking, you might have a chance to work there. Who knows?
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little about your college. What is Baruch College there at the City University of New York like?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's at the 23rd Street, Lexington Avenue. It's a huge campus, and you have everything there. Plus, Baruch's fee structure, it's not going to burn a hole in your pocket, and it's good. They have great professors. We have visiting faculty from Stanford, Howard. We have a Zicklin School. So we have different schools in our college. So for business, it's Zicklin School of Business, and for arts and science, it's Weserman School of Arts and Sciences. So one of the things that are important to know, the Masters in Financial Engineering program is among the top 10 in the world of Baruch's Weserman School of Arts and Science.
Wow.
Yeah, but again, financial engineering program is for people who are great in coding, not just good, really great, who have a lot of knowledge of various languages like C, C++, Java.
That's great. And what's the international student community like there at Baruch College?
It's great. It's pretty diverse. I think so. People come to New York because it's financial capital of the world. They want to So it's like all of the good candidates around the world, they come to New York, they study. So our international community is pretty diverse. We have people from Italy, UK, Russia, China, Nepal, Bangladesh, and we have a lot of American people as well. So it's a good diverse community. And Baruch is pretty diverse because New York is diverse as well.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely one of the most diverse cities in the whole world. And so you'll
Yeah.
find everyone there, all the culture. I
Yeah.
love it. It's one of my favorite places.
Yeah. Before COVID, if you would have been to Times Square, you could have seen like almost all people around the world from different countries. Like
just in one spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And with all those culture means there's amazing food in New York City too. So
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
they say that nothing beats a New York City pizza slice.
Oh yeah, it's too good. It's too good. So Nikhil, for people who are maybe just kind of new or interested or exploring finance, what are some of these key big words that people need to know, like investment banking, private equity, venture capital? Can you kind of give some meaning to those for people to kind of have some understanding as they consider a future in finance?
Yeah, so that's a pretty great question. One of the things that people before coming to Baruch or any college for MS Finance, they need to have a little bit of the things sorted out. Like they need to have a basic knowledge. Like if like they can go for CFA level 1, because for a BCom student, like they're not really familiar with all the words. So like hedge funds. So like there are hedge funds. There are difference between a mutual fund and a hedge fund. Is like a hedge fund can short. What is short selling? It's like borrowing security and selling it. Like you don't have the security, you borrow the security, pay the interest, and you sell it. So short positions are really important at hedge funds. You need to know about that. Investment banking is a very vast array. There is hedge funds, there are quantitative funds, there are mutual funds, there is EDFs. So investment banking is something that differs from commercial banking, is that you take money from the people, you invest that money, you get your commission, you get the fund charge, the management fee, and they're like a fixed fee. So that's about investment banking. It's asset management industry. There are various big pension, like the New York Police Department pension fund. So what they do is they invest that money into various hedge funds or asset management vehicles. Institutional investors, they're called as. And then you have mutual funds, then you have ETFs, exchange traded funds. It's like a basket of security, similar to mutual funds, but it's traded on a daily basis. So these are some of the things that people do need to learn before coming here, because things should not look alien once you start your semester. It's not that it's not going to be really difficult, but yeah, reading a few books would be advisable before coming, like The Intelligent Investor, of course. It's praised around the world. It's one of the favorite books of Warren Buffett, and other books as well. So there is a list of 10 books that I'll send it to you, so you can send out to the students there.
We'll put all these books in the video description. You guys can check out and have some great resources.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Nikhil, I've learned so much. My background is in engineering, so all this stuff you talked about is like a foreign language to me, but I'm so glad there's people like you who know about it and are really good at it, because yeah, we need people to be smart with finances and how to use and invest it well and help our economy grow. And so, yeah, thank you so much for hanging out, sharing your experience, and giving people just a great grasp on what the opportunities of finance are here in the States.
Oh, no, thank you. The pleasure is all mine.
Be sure to connect with us online, especially if you have more questions about finance with Nikhil, or on social media with us for Chai Coaching. Be sure to subscribe to our newsletter so you get great tips, tricks, resources, and upcoming events. And my friends, thanks so much for tuning in to Chai Coaching. We love helping you guys be successful, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.